Us now on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline is the number one coach in our hearts, Steve Cleveland, back on the show. Coach, nice to have you on the show, especially to discuss what is looking like a very intriguing matchup with St. Mary's. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
Man.
And I wish I could be there to watch it in person, but it's going to be a great game to watch.
Okay, well, let's start with this. They've had some epic rivalry moments and a short rivalry, albeit, but the Della buzzer beater, BYU erasing a double-digit lead in Moraga to spoil Matthew Dellavedova's jersey retirement, Eric Mika's getting put in a chokehold, mouthpieces getting thrown all around. Where does this rivalry rate next to the ones you coached in?
You know, our rivalries in the Mountain West, you know, obviously because we had Utah and, you know, New Mexico and Vegas at the time. I mean, it was a different setup. But, I mean, this is as good as it gets as far as the WCC. And I think anytime BYU, Gonzaga, St. Mary's, both those games, both those teams are going to be great rivalries. But I think this one especially because as of late, St. Mary's has kind of had their way with BYU. And they've been the team that's really stopped BYU from really getting to the tournament and winning a conference championship. And it's a team that they have not been able to sweep. Now, they may have early on, but I don't think they have swept them, whereas, you know, they've been able to beat Gonzaga there. So they've been a bit of a thorn in their side. And in order for BYU to reach the goals they have to win a championship and keep those things in play and to get to the NCAA tournament, all those things stay in play if they win at home. And they've got a whole court at home.
Do you like the fact that this game is being played early in the conference season, or would you rather have both teams be able to establish themselves a little more in the WCC before taking on each other?
No, I think it's good for BYU. They're playing well. They've won 9 games in a row. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They've totally bought into the system that was implemented over the summer. I think it's good for BYU. I mean, if BYU is going to be a contender in this conference this year, having them at home early, I think it'd be a huge confidence builder going forward, not only just in playing St. Mary's, but playing other teams on the road where it can be difficult sometimes. So this can be a great confidence booster. Not to say that the team doesn't appear to be playing with a great deal of confidence already, but you're able to – I really believe that BYU has to sweep either Gonzaga or St. Mary's. And I think they can go 3-4, and I know everybody's talking about this being a one-bid league team at this point in time, this juncture. But I just think if you can win 3 of those 4 and get yourself into the finals, win or lose, I think you really put yourself in a position considering all the crazy stuff that goes on. So this is a kind of a must-win for BYU.